This is for you, Joey Travolta.
Hi, I'm Danny Bowman. Zach and I were talking about how grateful we are to Joey Travolta and how much he changed our lives. Then we're just wondering how many other campers felt the same way. How did you discover Joey Travolta's inclusion film camps?
You see, I wanted to go to a film camp, and yet there was none to be found in the Bay Area. I was distraught.
Through someone my mom knows, Cara Barber.
I discovered it through my family. They volunteered and Jess was a camper, so I figured that I would volunteer there.
So I had my mom go out and see what she could do.
My mom told me all about it. She heard it from my case manager. And before I heard of Joey Travolta, I watched Goldmember, which had John Travolta as a cameo of Goldmember in it.
I discovered Joey Travolta's film camp with my friends and most of all the case managers.
It was at a film festival when I met Joey Travolta, and he was telling me about the film camp that he was going to do later that year, that summer. And I went to Jessica's premiere, and then I was saying, oh, I want to do this next year. I didn't have Rachel starting it, so that's why I didn't do it until the year after.
I discovered Joey's film camp when I first met Joey Travolta. This is when I first started my animation company, Parley Animation Studios. And after I launched Parley Animation Studios the same year, one of my uncle's friends suggested my uncle just to have me set up the date to pitch a pilot to Joey Travolta about my animation. So I did a whole entire presentation of all of my work before the actual date. This is how, and then Joey and I met at Inclusion Films at Burbank.
See, we were wandering around the forests of Los Angeles, was it? Yeah. For a few days.
It was one day when my mom and dad brought this article to my attention. It was about Joey Travolta, who he was, and just what he does. And of course, it was promoting his film camp that was coming to St. Mary's in Moraga for the summer for 2 weeks.
It was a meeting, and they said I had made expression. I had expressed that I'd wished I had more friends, and I'd expressed some of my interests. And the person there said, "You've got to try the Joey Travolta short film camp." So I went, and it's probably one of the best decisions I ever made in my life.
So my mom sort of pulled me aside, and she's like, "Oh, hey, there's this great film camp coming to St. Mary's College in Moraga." And at first I was like, that does sound interesting. And then she says, "Oh, and it also has John Travolta's brother." And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go with you on that. And I'm really glad that I did.
It was said on there that it's a film camp for kids with autism. And so I thought to myself, this would be an interesting experience to check out. So I went that year, and honestly, I could just say I was just completely blown away.
Well, there she tracked out Joey Travolta's film camp and convinced him to come down to the Bay Area.
What did you enjoy most about Joey Travolta's inclusion film camps?
I like meeting new friends each time, and I like the different themes each year, getting excited.
But really, the one thing that stands out the most to me is the incredible cast of colorful characters.
Just getting to know all the campers, getting to know just everybody, the crew, and just seeing everybody develop their story, their script and stuff.
I like making friends. I like learning about stuff in the film industry. By the time in 2013, I learned about method acting, which I know Dale has talked about before in every year.
What I really do enjoy about Joey Travolta's inclusion film camps is about teaching animation.
I enjoy thinking of ideas for genres and discovering jobs in the film business that I've never done before, and I also enjoy being the AD for Shark Tank.
Filming, acting, animation, the crew is amazing, the campers are amazing, and just being around Joey Travolta is just a life-changing experience because he is not only was a former special ed teacher, but he's also a professional filmmaker.
I think that what I enjoyed most about the camps is just how much it's grown. I mean, I was one of the first original campers way back in 2007 at the St. Mary's College of Moraga. We actually started out with like 2 groups of 10, and now 8 years later, we've managed to get 4 groups of 20, and there's like a wait list now, which is absolutely insane.
I was afraid to be myself because everyone would judge me for who I am. But at the film camps, no one judged you. The teachers didn't judge you, the staff didn't judge you, the behavioralists didn't judge you, and even the campers themselves didn't judge you. And that was amazing. That was the first time I really had that experience. And because of it, I actually came way out of my shell.
What do you like most about Joey Travolta?
I like his sense of humor. He makes me laugh and stuff, and he's really nice.
He's very nice, and he's friendly and smiley, and I loved asking about his dog and his daughter Rachel and her husband Jared and his wife Wendy.
I like his sense of humor, and he's really nice and friendly.
Overall, I mean, he is a very funny man overall, no matter if you're funny, serious, no matter what you are, no matter what attitude you have, Joey always finds a way to light up the room, bring joy to everyone's faces.
Well, because he's a funny guy, and what I realized when I was watching Three Ninjas Kick Back on YouTube, I saw Joey Travolta in the cast. He was the Mustangs coach.
Well, I really like Joey Travolta because he is a good man and he is very nice and very responsible, and he is really a good helper.
Yeah, I like the part when he was like doing a wrestling match at the baseball game with the umpire, played by Don Stark from that 70s show.
What I really like about Joey Travolta, he is really understanding. He's really great. I would say epic when it comes to giving me the right direction when it comes to being a good employer, something like this, when it comes to helping out Joey Travolta's inclusion film camps, especially when I teach animation. He's really magnificent guy. Trust me, you're gonna like Joey Travolta if you first meet him.
He's got very sarcastic kind of, but like, he'll make jokes, but still, when he's making the jokes, he'll still be like super, like you'll know he's being really kind, but his jokes are just so funny, he'll come off as, big and tough and mean, but he's not, and it's just, he's so good.
His personality. He's a pretty nice guy. He's pretty humorous.
Was just his sense of humor and how he kind of fooled me a little bit the first year. He had a tendency to call some of his celebrity friends, like his brother, for instance, and then he's just like, oh no, that's not really him. I'm just like, really?
Has Joey made an impact in your life? If yes, how so?
Yes. I have felt that he has put me on the right path.
Yeah, it has influenced me throughout my life and in the community.
He definitely did give me it's a huge impact in my life. I say huge. And especially when it comes to having my own animation company, Parley Animation Studios, he taught me how to be really flexible with my clients.
I think being a volunteer has made me a more confident person and better at talking with people and being in front of people.
Well, Joey helped me out because he's a good man. He always knows that I'm very, very helpful to him, and sometimes I always help with each other, such as friends and case managers, because it's very important thing to do is work together.
I've met all these people and they opened me up. So in that regard, yes. And then also in the regard that he, by him having the camps and the workshops, helped me get skills that I needed to become hireable. So he taught me, skills that, some people wouldn't teach you.
So he made an impact about letting me do more filming at like the film school that I've been going to for the past 4 semesters.
Yeah, I'd say so. He's been an inspiration to me. In fact, I'm going to SF State under a cinema major, and I'm pretty sure he influenced like 3/4 of that. At least. Probably more.
He gave me back my self-esteem, to not beat myself up, but instead to keep on moving forward with life and just do what you love doing. Don't be afraid to be who you are, who you really are, and just keep following your dreams, and you can accomplish anything.
He was the main reason that I got into acting as like a major in college in the first place. I mean, he just sort of kind of took me under his wing and just said, don't be afraid to be yourself on camera. And if so, be wild, be crazy. And he told me to believe in myself, which I thought that was the most important thing.
What can you say to Joey right now if he were to retire?
I say no, because Joey Travolta should continue. Why did he have to have a reason to retire? He should continue influence some new campers to follow their dreams, just like what I do when I teach animation. You can't retire because who are the new campers be able to get influenced by you if you're retired? Please, Joey. I know that they all love you. They want you there.
I would give him a Starbucks gift card and a Starbucks mug. And give him a hug and stuff like that.
I guess get everybody together and throw him a retirement party to thank him that way.
I would like to thank Joey for having me over at film camp, and I want to travel with film camp and bring my filming guide, so it has my notes and stuff, so I can show everybody.
I want to thank Joey for taking me to film camp and spending time in film camp, and I want to thank Joey for showing me everything in film workshop because it's fun.
Thank you for the wonderful experiences I had at film camp and especially film school. If it weren't for you, then I probably wouldn't be able to join any of them because if I wouldn't know about it. So I'm really glad he got me into both of those programs.
If he were to retire or not to the film camps anymore, I would say what? No, I'm just messing. I would just say thank you so much for everything you've done for all of us. Thank you for taking time out of your busy life and your professional career to really make a difference for us who may not be the best socializers or may not have the best eye contact. You really have done a lot for us, and you truly have made a difference, and not only just in the autistic community, but around the world.
I'm not always really good at expressing my feelings, and so I've actually really wanted to tell you this, but I feel like maybe it'd come off as weird, but you saved my life, and you're one of the most important people in my life. You've saved me, really, and that's all I can say is just without you, like, I don't think I would be doing anything, and you made, I feel like majority, if not all the campers feel the same way about you.
In a drastic way, I would be getting down on my knees, kissing his feet and pleading for him not to retire if he really were to suddenly retire right now. But I know Joey, he's not going to retire anytime soon. He's going to continue doing what he's doing for a long time. But if that decision does come one day where he is going to retire, all I would just really say is just thank you, Joey, from the bottom of my heart. And all I could just tell him is that he really put me back on the right path of life.
Thank you. Thank you very much for being such an inspiration to everyone, and for being such a nice person along the way. We wish you the best in retirement, And we also give you this golden statue of yourself. Don't ask how I got it.
Okay.
I stole it.
This was for you, Joey Travolta. We can't do this without you, Joey. You just give us a great impact to us. We all say thank you.
This is for you, Joey. This is to show that we all love you and we all care for you, and we do not want you to stop doing what you're doing. Continue influencing the world, one person at a time.
If you're in charge of film camp for one day, what changes would you make?
If I was for even one camp, everything could be liable to fall apart and catch fire.
I would buy everyone Starbucks, and I would do a PowerPoint presentation as an optional choice.
I always love to change, I always like to do animation, and I always love to draw and make costumes.
I think it would be a good idea to extend another week for Joey Travolta's Inclusion Film Camp. Not only that, but I also want to make my animation classes much serious rather than just doing animation for fun.
To start a film theory class, like to watch movies. It's what we usually do at film school.
I'd say that the first thing I do is to make everyone go out and get hair extensions to make it look like this. Because I'm telling you, I've had this since the first year, and it's still growing long, people.
I put a film camp in the Bahamas, so that way all the staff could go and enjoy and lounge in pools and drink margaritas. And I'm not saying that because I'm staff now. No, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, really, the film camps are perfect. There's not much I would want to change.
If I was in charge for one day, I would just tell all the campers, okay, we're not going to do any filming today, we're not going to do any acting activities, and we're not going to do any animation. I want you all to form a little revolution, a little rally, if you will. And we'd all be outside chanting, "One more week! One more week!" Just honestly, because I personally feel the film camp is just a little too short. 2 weeks may feel like a long time to some people, but it really goes by really fast, and there's a lot more to learn from these film camps. And so 1 more week, I'm sure, would not hurt Joey or his crew.
1 more week! 1 more week! 1 more week!